When you retire, will Social Security be there for you? There's a lot of fear and confusion over this topic. I know in this answer I am way oversimplifying things, but to try to make sense of what the issue is that we hear about in the news. Let's say that $1,350 billion come into the program last year. And so that's through taxes, through interest, through different ways. But the system has to pay out $1,390 billion out. You see that there's more being paid out than what is coming in. So then why are they talking about this trust fund? So there is a trust fund with over $2 trillion in it to help support the system. But every year where there's a shortage of what comes in versus what pays out, that's where the trust fund gets slowly cut away at. So if in a year there is a deficit of $41 billion, that amount extra being paid out, that amount, as I said, is being subtracted from the trust fund that is there to protect the system. So what I've read is if Congress or the government doesn't do something to deal with this trust fund issue, by 2034, that excess to cover the deficit is going to be depleted. Now, if it's depleted, my understanding is that does not mean that you will not have a payment, but the amount that you expected could be reduced by, let's say, 17%, something like that. So are there different things that the government can do to try to deal with the deficit and the trust fund going down? And there are lists of things I've read about that are options that they could try. There's nobody that wants to see their payment go down. There's nobody that wants to see Social Security not work. Now, when I post videos like this, I get a lot of angry comments, but really what I'm trying to do is simplify what is something that instills fear in all of us. We're all thinking we're paying taxes to have Social Security and what is going on. So hopefully this makes it a little bit of a simplistic explanation, gives you a little bit of an understanding, but also I'm hopeful they're going to come up with solutions to keep that trust fund intact or growing, and that the system will keep functioning as it's supposed to.